I'm Suzanne Holland. I'm a bioethicist. I'm professor of ethics at University of Puget Sound and chair of the Department of Religion. I think it's very inconsistent and scientifically imprecise and morally imprecise to insist that all life, all potential life, has the same value. It doesn't. It all needs to be treated with respect, but it doesn't all have the same moral value. So let me bring this up. A biologist named Scott Gilbert at Haverford has said there are at least 4 stages at which we could say human life begins. And he calls the first stage the genetic stage, when DNA combine. So we could say, all right, human life begins when DNA combine. The Catholic Church would agree with this sort of idea that would be like the moment of conception. A second place you might say is when gastrulation occurs, so you might call this the embryologic view. Well, it's when the embryo implants. That's when human life begins. A third stage, when does human life begin? When you can see brain waves, when there's an EEG pattern. And that is a nice distinction, because when do we say life ends? When there's no brain waves, when EEG pattern leaves. So that's a third stage. A fourth stage, when does human life begin? At or near birth. So, and that would be closer to a Jewish and Islamic position. So I've just given you 4 distinct biological moments. And I think we need to realize the complexity of what it means to have human life that's developing. And also, we're going to need to agree to disagree about this, because people of good will and good faith are very locked into one of those 4 places, and they don't agree with each other, just as we didn't agree with each other about when life ends.